What's going on, bro? Steph, I'm back with another video, man. I haven't been posting because I've been working and there's some big behind the scenes stuff going on. So I'll be on that daily grind every day. But I really want to talk about this one, man, because a lot of you guys, and I'm seeing that you're reacting to a female way instead of reacting a smart way, right? And it happens, man, because you can have so much stuff bottled up or you can tolerate so much until you shout. But you have to learn to contain that, man, because these women out here, like, don't respect men at all, right? And honestly, too, I've been wanting to make a video about this, but I was like, you know what, let's do it right now. So I'm going to use this as a prime example. So I seen Deshae Frost. He wasn't going at it, but this ex named Jordan, I don't even know. I guess for 2 weeks, him, and her, and Daryl were going back and forth with each other. And it was just complete nonsense. This is like clips I was seeing on Twitter or on TikTok. But the one thing I respect Deshae Frost on his part was the way he handled his side of the situation. He was just like, look, me and this woman is done. I don't want nothing to do with nothing with her no more. And I wish her the best. And the way he handled that is something a lot of men have to deal with. You have to, fellas, because if not, you're reacting by going back and forth with a female. You know, you look crazy, and she's going to continuously go over and over. That's why I say reacting emotionally is hard, is ridiculous. And when I saw that, I was like, that is perfect. But like I said early in this video, man, you can only tolerate so much, but you have to think with your head, fellas. And this is why I wanted to tell you guys, man, don't fight with women. Don't. Especially too when it's nothing but it's stupid. It's stupid. It makes no sense. It usually too, it's something little, but it's blown out of proportion. It's because the woman loves the drama. The woman just wants to create problems. And I'm taking this to IRL now, right? And as a man, bro, you have to be able to throw that energy back at somebody. Or, yeah, I would say it like that, throw it back. Because if you don't, you're just creating nothing but stress on your part. You're creating nothing problems for yourself. And I'm going to say it like this too. I say this stuff all the time. It's your fault why you're dealt with a female like that. It's your fault. It's your fault because there was things that you didn't see early on throughout knowing her that make you say, you know what? I don't think I should be dealing with a woman like this, because the longer you spend time and things don't go your way or her way, the more problems that's going to be for you. And one thing I always say, there's ways to solve problems, but a lot of people don't get that. People don't sit down and discuss and just want to talk things out. And when you don't, here comes a fighting. Here comes a going online and bashing. Here comes the woman want to attack you, and then you going like this, you know, over something so little. This is why I tell you guys, the people you bring around the women you bring around, the things you do to your life is all a self-reflection of yourself. And him bringing this woman around is just giving him a bad look. That's why I say this. That's why I always say you have to be smart on who you're dealing with. Now, I will say this because a lot of women will say, oh, you think it's just all about walking away? No. I always say it like this. Things can be talked out. Things can be discussed. And honestly, too, you got to hear your partner out. But when you don't do that and you going back and forth with emotion, you're not thinking, you fighting, the only person that looks bad is you. Because we know society. It's always going to be the man's fault. It's always going to be the man's fault. But you made that choice by bringing that woman in around. That's why I tell you guys all the time, always being the person to be like, you know what, leave. You know what, walk away. And this is coming from someone like me who's dealt with women like that, or who has seen women like that, who always want to argue, who always want to yell and scream. And it gets you nowhere dealing with her. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to go look back and say to yourself, why was I even dealing with this person? Because you wasn't using this. A woman who wasn't raised by her father, right? A woman who, I'm not talking about her, but a woman who wasn't raised by her father, a woman that no man has ever checked her about having character, discipline, self-respect, not really thinking things first. And when you have somebody like that, you just losing your mind. And you so blue pill beta, you still want to go back and forth and fight over and over again and still tolerate a disrespect. That's not a good idea. It's not. Especially, too, you're not handling the situation first. And honestly, too, men are like that as well. Like I said, my MBTY job, a lot of men are immature because they want to act the fool. A lot of men act like a woman. And you can't talk things out because they want to act childish. They can't, the short black dude at my job overnight, you can't talk nothing about. I remember those times. Every time he kept yakking his mouth about me, bashing on me, I never pulled him to the side and be like, hey, you disrespectful. Eventually, I just had to walk because he's an immature little boy. Grown man with kids acting the same age as his kids. And you cannot deal with people like that. You have to walk away. Because all they want to do is just cause a scene, fight, and all that other stuff. And when your woman is doing that with you, you got nothing but problems. And you're too afraid to just call the relationship off. Or you're too afraid to leave your job. Because of people want to be childish. Like I say all the time, people suck until you die. But you have that choice to be like, I don't have to deal with things like this. And it's not just him. It was other two. Puerto Rican kid, same way. Always be able to quickly leave. Sorry for stuttering. It's early in the morning. I got work in an hour. A lot of women are not built for discussion and wanting to talk things out. They're not. That's why I say you got to be able to know who your woman is. Because if not, a woman like this, who Deshae was dealing with, will mess up your decision-making skills, your money-making, adding stress. You cannot create because of yak, fight all the time. And then you messing up on opportunities. Trust me, bro. When I started really switching my mindset, I had little tolerance for women. But when I was blue pill, arguing, yelling, and screaming, going back and forth, it made me look like a clown. Because why? People will laugh at the man and stick up for the woman, even though that she's right. I mean, even though she's wrong. Because as a man, bro, your respect has to be earned. It's not given, or it's not by default. But when you're willing to walk away from a woman and not ever talk to her no more, or you have that, I can't put the word on. Well, you have that, you have that built where she can't play games with you. Oh yeah, you win like that. But you yelling and screaming at your woman, bro, come on, man. You acting like a beta male, bro. You acting real soft. That's why I say use this up here. Use this up here, man, so you know what you doing at all times. Because like I say, this world is nasty. And when you allow that nastiness to mess up your mind, bro, you don't want to go lose. You're not ever going to level up. You're always going to downgrade. That's just the truth. So I'm out, man. This video will be uploaded later today. I'm out.